Hello, all of you. Welcome back to IAS in-depth Ancient History classes. In this video, we are going to talk about Middle Paleolithic Age or Middle Old Stone Age. So this age is also known as Middle Stone Age. It starts from 3 lakh years ago to 30,000 years ago. We have already discussed about Lower Paleolithic Age, which starts from 25 lakh years ago to 3 lakh years ago. So Middle Paleolithic Age starts from around 3 lakh to 30,000 years ago. We can see the predominance of another human species named Neanderthals. It's an extinct species of hominid groups, and they are closest known relatives to modern humans, that is Homo sapiens. And we can also see the emergence of Homo sapiens during this period, that is around 2 lakh years ago. So Homo sapiens or modern humans first appeared in African continent. You already know about the origin of lower Paleolithic hominids that we have already discussed. We have already discussed about the Eastern African region in the previous class regarding Tanzania and Kenya, that area. So first human beings or first modern humans, Homo sapiens, appeared in Africa around 2 lakh years ago. So we can see a significant improvement in the use of technology by these people in their culture, in their cognitive abilities, in their in their characteristics, also human development. Now, if you're discussing about the people, this image represents Neanderthal. So we can see a significant change from the previous Homo habilis and Homo erectus, a part of hominin group. Now there are increasingly complex social and cultural behaviors from the part of Neanderthals. Neanderthals and early Homo sapiens. We have already discussed that early Homo sapiens appeared in the earth around 2 lakh years ago. They may have used ochre. This is a soil color or color of the soil like saffron. So they started using this color for body painting and as well as symbolic expression, right? And also we can see deliberate burials with grave goods. So they believed in afterlife, as you can see here. They believed in afterlife. It's an implication, or no, it's not implication. It's implying that grave goods, implying that they believed in afterlife. It's an indication, right? It's an indication. Burials with grave goods is an indication about afterlife, a belief in afterlife for those who are in this group, that is Neanderthals and early Homo sapiens. In the previous, group, that is Homo habilis and Homo erectus, we can see a beginning of, burial culture, but we haven't witnessed burials with grave good. But when it comes to Neanderthals, we can see burials with grave goods. Key milestone that we can, attach with these people, a control of fire. So they know how to use fire. They know how to, you know, create fire. They know how to use the fire. So both Homo sapiens and Neanderthals, they used the fire for cooking, warmth as well as protection. So they used it for cooking purposes. They used it for heating their body as well as to protect from animals or wildlife. Also, because they know how to use fire, it facilitated their migration to colder regions like European regions as well as to the Arctic region in the North Pole, as well as to the southern region, southern colder regions. Now, if you're talking about the lifestyle, like their predecessors, like Homo erectus and Homo habilis, they were also hunter-gatherers. Their occupation, main activity was hunting as well as gathering of fruits and other forest produces. They also hunted large games, large animals, wild animals, also fished as well as gathered plants. They had a more diverse diet than earlier hominids due to advanced tools, right? They created Mousterian tools. So Mousterian tool culture, the name was given after the site of Les Moustiers in France. So it's in the southern central portion of France in Dordogne. I don't know how to pronounce it in French. It might be different. This is a department, rural department in France. France is a European country, so we can see a lot of Paleolithic, you know, excavations or Paleolithic sites in France as well as Spain. So these tools were more sophisticated than earlier tools, and it shows signs of specialization. See this tool? It's carved from a prepared stone core. This stone core was stripped off their flakes. This technique is known as Levallois technique, and these kind of tools we can see during the Meso, sorry, Middle Paleolithic age. Okay, not Mesolithic, it's Middle Paleolithic age. Now, we can also witness composite tools, that is, tools made of different materials. By combining different, composite means using two or more materials to create one single tool. Okay, so they may use more than one material, like a material called stone, and they can also use other materials available during that period, right, to create a fine tool. Now, if you're talking about Upper Paleolithic age, this is the last age, uh, you know, in the Paleolithic age. This age is also known as Late Stone Age. It starts from around 50,000 or 30,000 to 10,000 years ago. So it's, you know, one of the later phase of Paleolithic age. And we can see significant advancements in human behavior, technology, as well as culture. Primarily during this period, we can see the growth of Homo sapiens, the modern human beings. They were highly developed, and they used diverse stone tool technologies. They used burin. In this, you can see a clear sharpened object. So burin is such a tool. So these tools are more refined and varied and diverse. They created blade tools, sharpened objects, long, thin. You can see here it's long as well as thin and sharp by striking off flakes from a stone core. So this is burin. And they also used projectile points. These are, objects that we can throw, weapons that we can throw or project, such as a javelin, a dart or arrow. And also they have used tools from, artifacts, tools and artifacts. They created tools and artifacts from bone of animals. Antler is this thing of a deer. So antlers are found on members of the deer family, grown as an extension of the animal's skull. So these are the extension of animal's skull. This image is taken from US National Park Service, and also ivory of elephant. So they used these kind of wild animals products, derived from wild animals to create tools and artifacts for trade purpose as well. Now, emergence of symbolic thoughts, we can see several changes during these periods. The use of petroglyph, that is, painting on rocks by carving out, rocks, rock walls, etc. They also used beads and pendants. These are used as personal ornaments, and cave paintings and petroglyphs. So we can see petroglyphs, that is carving out from the rock or from rock wall, as well as painting on those rock walls. These works of art, these kind of petroglyph, we can see in France, Lascaux. This is also the same region where we can see Les Moustier tools. Okay, same rural department. And also to the south of France, we can see another country named Spain. So in Spain, northern part of Spain, there is a very important site of the period of the age, that is Altamira caves. So Altamira in Spain, they depict animals, human figures, and abstract shapes and symbols like this. So this reflects the cognitive capabilities of Homo sapiens. So we can see significant progress or development in the cognitive abilities of Homo sapiens during the period. So please, locate these places on a map. You can also use this image to draw in the examination. This will give you good marks, right? This is an example of Upper Paleolithic age. These sites are examples of Upper Paleolithic age. If you're talking about settlement, we can witness advancements in social organization as well as subsistence practices. This is a transition towards Neolithic period. So we can see advent of agriculture, right? It's the origin of agriculture. That is a sedentary ways of life. Started to settle. People started to settle. Human beings started to settle in some defined locations because of several reasons. They started to practice agriculture, the primitive agriculture. It's not well advanced at that time. So there is evidence that humans began to live in larger, more structured communities, like they started to form families and also groups, communities, etc. And they became highly skilled hunters and gatherers. They became more professional in these kind of skills. Okay, and this period is also marked by a significant event named the last glacial maximum. So this is when the glaciers in the earth was more than now. That is, glaciers covered approximately 8% of Earth's surface during the last glacial maximum. So this period was last glacial maximum occurred about 20,000 years ago. At that time, sea level was much lower, that is more than 400 feet lower than it is today. And glaciers covered almost 25% of Earth's land area and 8% of total Earth surface. So this period also marks the last glacial maximum. And after the glaciers retreated or the climate began to warm towards the end of Upper Paleolithic, that is, the glaciers melt and sea level rise occurred. Humans started to develop more sedentary ways of life because of availability of water. Agriculture was possible and migration was also possible. So, which ultimately led to the advent of agriculture in the subsequent Neolithic period. Okay, so thank you all of you. If you want more videos of this type, please like, share, and comment this video. And we are also offering a civil service course. If interested, you can visit our website iasindup.com. The course is online. There will be 126 recorded lectures, and it has series with 2400 plus questions, class notes, 100 plus flashcards. And you can also practice previous year's prelims question papers. Medium of instruction is English. So thank you all of you. See you in next class.